Let me introduce you to the brass bullet kits in Savage Gear's last meter range. The brass bullet kits consist of everything that you need to tie Texas rigs or Carolina rigs. It comes in 3 sizes. You have a 5 gram and a 7 gram and a 10 gram. Let me show you how to very easily tie a Carolina rig and a Texas rig. So I need some fluorocarbon. As you can see, in this case I'm using a 0.33 millimeter and a 0.26 millimeter. So the kit consists of several parts here. Let me show you exactly what's inside. You have 5 of these black clicker beads. They're made from a very hard plastic, so you can hear them how they click when they touch each other. You have 5 brass bullets. 4 of the 10 gram though, but 5 of the 2 smaller sizes. And you have 5 of these small rolling swivels. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to tie a Carolina rig. So here first I pull off a piece of about a foot of fluorocarbon. In this case, as you saw, it is a little bit heavier fluorocarbon. And I do that because this is where my brass bullets are gonna slide on. I just tie that on with a very simple knot. It's a 5-turn. I think this would be called a clinch knot, and it goes back through the eye like so. And just pull that down. Just before you pull it all the way down, remember to moisten that with some saliva. And you have one swivel in one end here, and then you pass on the bullet and you put that with the tip first, so that goes up into here. You can then choose to have 1 or 2 clicking beads. If you want to make a lot of noise, I use 2 clicking beads on this line here, like so. And then I tie at the other end 1 more little rolling swivel, and I use exactly the same knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, through the loop and back through the big loop like so. Very simple knot and very strong. You can pull that tight. So this is basically your main part of your Carolina rig. So you pull this along the bottom here, and it clicks when you twitch it. You hear that sound. And in this end here, you will tie your trace to your offset hook. And in this end here, you will tie your main line. And so in this case, I'm going to make a little more subtle presentation. So I'm going to take a piece of a little bit thinner fluorocarbon, in this case a little bit longer. I want to present my soft fluor here running after the clicking bead. So firstly, I tie this to my lower swivel, and I just use exactly the same knot, 5-turn knot like so. Put that through the eye and back through the big loop. I tighten that down like that, trim it down all the way, and in the other end here I'm going to put my offset hook, and it looks like that. And I just tie exactly the same knot every time. Three, 4, 5, and that is done like so. Pull that tight, and that basically is my Carolina rig here. So let me just show you how that works. You drag this along the bottom and make that clicking sound, and then your soft fluor, in this case I will use a Savage Gear ripworm here, will trailer after this clicking and bumping weight along the bottom. And in this case, it doesn't matter where I put my hook through. So let's say I want to have the offset hook come a little bit further back. I can actually just to let it come out exactly where I want. And put that through the slot like so. So in this case here, as you can see, I've basically rigged that pretty weedless. But I can also just expose my hook and drag it along the bottom like so. And once you get a hook up, the hook is going to be exposed and the hook set is going to be very good. So two ways of rigging that, just like that. So Carolina rigging, made very simple, very easy, noisy clicking beats, and it's a line through rig, as you can see. So when the fish picks it up, you will actually be able to feel that it's moving with the bait, and the fish cannot feel the weight of the brass head here. So, Savage Gear brass bullet kits. So guys, on rigging the brass bullet for Texas rig, in this case I'm just going to make a silent Texas rig. All I need is a relatively big, this is a 3/0 offset hook and the brass bullet, and just a thicker fluorocarbon here. I'm using a 0.33 millimeter like that. And basically you can use your main line directly to this, or you can do as I do here. I'm just going to tie a 5-turn clinch knot to the hook. Like that. And then I'm going to just basically put my worm on like so. In this case, I just pop it out straight through so you don't have the hook up the body of the bait, you can say. So here, I just find that perfect position so I can basically make this more or less totally weedless and snag free. So you can see here, there's no tension on the body of the bait here, so that runs perfectly smooth aligned. I can then just fish my head straight down on the soft lure like that, and I can basically drag that through branches and over rocks and weed. You can put a swivel in the other end, so you have something to tie your main line braid to. And again, the 5-turn knot back through the big loop, and you're basically ready to go. You can trim that all the way down. So that's your Texas presentation with the brass bullets.